Good day. I would have to call this video Going, Going, Gone. You know, in 2015, I gave up academics. I gave up being a teacher. Not because I was frustrated with the system of education, but what I just couldn't stomach was the deterioration in the values among the students. There was absolutely no courtesy, no concern, and a whole lot of indifference towards not only their professors, but also among their peers. It's been 5 years since then, and I have still been observing youngsters, and it's not getting any better. Where are those short, lovely words like please, thank you, I'm sorry, excuse me, or you are welcome? Today they talk loudly in public, and every sentence there has to be the they do not have a lexicon without their favorite word. It's not cool. To us, who may be old school, this is downright disgusting. I was in the bus a long time ago, and in the seats marked for ladies only, there was a college-going girl and her boyfriend. The bus was fairly full, and I was carrying 2 bags at that time, so I tapped the young man on his shoulder and I requested him to give me the seat, looking very pointedly all the while at the ladies only sign. And he turned around and told me, "Why should I give it to you? Are you pregnant?" Well, looking at my grey hair, if I were pregnant, I would be the greatest medical marvel in all of science history. But I was not one to be cowed down. And I told him, yes, I am. And I can only pray that my child who is yet to be born will be nothing like the rude, disgusting, arrogant you. Well, it must have embarrassed him, because he and his girlfriend got up and they got off the bus, possibly 5 or 6 stops before theirs. Well, mission accomplished. I got my seat, and I also hope I taught him a lesson. It's up to parents to teach their children a lesson. But to most parents I talk with today, they are so scared to raise their voice or to raise any issue with their children because they're scared of the repercussions. Well, I keep telling them, when they don't raise their voice, they are going to be raising individuals who are going to be detrimental to society. So parents, pull up your socks. It's you who have to give them the grounding. Even in the professional world, you find people who do not acknowledge messages, do not acknowledge or reply to your emails or your mails. This is not only discourteous, but it goes against all principles of business protocol. Where is the respectful address to people? Okay, you may not know the person's name, but you surely can use ma'am and sir. At a restaurant some time ago, I saw 4 young professionals sitting at the table next to mine, all their heads buried into their phones, shoveling food into their mouths. And I wondered to myself, are these 4 really here for a social evening filled with camaraderie and conversation? And then I thought, maybe I'm so old school, maybe that's what they are doing, perhaps conversing with each other through phone calls or texts. People at restaurants chewing their food noisily and talking with their mouths full. I was with one of my ex-students the other day, and he was so enthused and excited about telling me about his career and how it's taking off, which is all very well. I'm proud of him. But he was talking to me with his mouth full. And I had not ordered the paneer masala that he had ordered, but with his enthusiasm, most of that landed on my plate. And I was so put off my food. And then he says, "But ma'am, why aren't you eating?" Well, I lost my appetite and still haven't eaten since that day. You know, I don't think it's too late. So when we, as responsible adults, find youngsters being discourteous, I, for one, correct them. I may not be liked. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. But I would like to see these youngsters who are such go-getters turning into wonderful, gentle, genteel, and courteous citizens of the future.